Today is such an important day. It's a historic day. Starting today, we start talking about the long-lasting benefits to our state from hosting this amazing event, the 2032 Olympic and Paralympic Games. Because our Games have never been about a few weeks of spectacle. They are about how we maximise this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to benefit our communities long after the closing ceremonies are over. And that is what we want to hear from you. I want all of Queensland and all of Australia to share the pride of hosting the Olympic and Paralympic Games. This legacy process is one of the ways we are ensuring everybody joins in and shares in the success of our Games. 3 months ago, we asked people to send us their hopes and dreams for 2032. We received nearly 12,000 submissions. Think about that for a moment. 12,000 submissions. They came from people aged 18 to 80 from all over Australia, and we even got some ideas from around the world. They suggested things like new ways to encourage people to volunteer, a bilingual national anthem, an iconic First Nations cultural centre to rival the Sydney Opera House, more sporting equipment in public places, more equality of access for people with a disability. They also suggested ways to encourage greater participation in healthy lifestyles. One of the things IOC members always say to me is how impressed they are with the way Queenslanders embrace the great outdoors. They see our bikeways and beaches filled with people exercising, and who can blame them? But we want to encourage more. Friends, barely 1 in 4 Australians with a disability participate in sport, but 3 out of 4 want to. The opportunity of hosting the 2032 Paralympic Games is to break down those barriers and encourage greater participation in Paralympic sport. That is why I'm pleased to announce here today that our government's support for a Paralympic Centre of Excellence here in Brisbane. This partnership This is really exciting. This partnership with the University of Queensland will deliver a world-class facility integrating participation and rehabilitation along with cutting-edge research. The University of Queensland is currently ranked first in Australia and number 2 in the world when it comes to sports studies. The Centre of Excellence would cater for 20 out of the current 23 Paralympic sports with capacity to add even more. It will position Queensland at the forefront of a growing international movement, the integration of sport, education, innovation and community engagement. And it will be a lasting legacy of the 2032 Games, one we can all be proud of. So now it's going to be over to you. In this room, we have 500 community representatives from sport, business, leaders from across our state, young people. Today, you will add to these ideas. A draft legacy will be released for public feedback next month before the 2032 Legacy Plan is finalised later this year. Can I thank everyone for coming along today? You are part of history. I think in years to come you will look back on today and you'll think about how you contributed to a lasting legacy of the Olympic and Paralympic Games. There are so many ideas out there. I'd like to do all of them, but of course governments have limited resources. But I gave one example earlier this morning. Sport is such an enabler for us, and if it means getting out and being more active, which means people are looking after themselves better and families are participating in sport or going for walks, I mean, that is a great outcome for Queensland. But of course, great ideas like a First Nations cultural centre is something that I know has been discussed about in our community for many years. And also too, that Centre of Excellence I announced today We need to do more for our Paralympians and also for people with a disability. And we also know that disability can happen to anyone at any time. So this Centre of Excellence is not just going to be an Australia first, it is going to be world class, something that each and every one of us can be absolutely proud of. And finally, I want all of Queensland to be involved in the legacy. It's not just the legacy that we will see in our city with improvements in our parks, in our walkways, our bikeways, the way in which we travel around. We want all of Queensland to be so proud of this once-in-a-generational opportunity to host the Olympic and Paralympic Games and the legacy that it will leave for our children and future generations when they look back and say, gee, we were proud that we had something to do with having the greatest games on earth. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy, and remember, the sky's the limit. Thank you.